Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Kristen, and welcome back to Keto in the Country. Today we're going to be making something very basic, but it's so great because it can be used for so many different things. It's the keto cracker.
It can be used for a crust. If you make quiche, you can put it on the bottom as a crust. You can put it on top of a pot pie. You can crumble them up and put it on top of a vegetable casserole, because I miss those little crumbly things.
I do, and I remember looking so forward to being able to finally have something to put tuna salad back on.
Yes. It's just very basic. You can tailor it to do what you want. You can flavor it to taste how you want. It's very easy, so let's get at it. So the ingredients for the crackers are 2 1/4 cups of almond flour, 8 tablespoons of butter, which is why it's so good, maybe.
Right.
A teaspoon of salt and 2 egg whites. So first, we let the butter come to room temperature. We're gonna stir it around just a little bit. Okay, and next we're gonna add the egg whites. That's probably a little more messy than it should have been, but okay, next we're gonna add the 2 1/4 cups of almond flour. So there's 1, 2, 1/4 cup. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of salt, or a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. A little salty. So we're just gonna mix that up. It makes a very soft dough. It is very sticky. So when we roll it out, we're gonna have to use parchment paper, but parchment paper does not stick. Okay, so this is the consistency. It's like maybe a chocolate chip cookie dough. Is that a bad example?
No.
Since we don't eat that anymore. So as you can see, it makes a nice dough, a little sticky again, but with the parchment paper, you shouldn't have any problem rolling it out. We're gonna try to roll it out to 1/8 of an inch. It's very thin. These make very thin crackers. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna take the dough, and we like to break it in half and cook it in 2 batches because there's so much of it and because of how thin we like it. So I'm just gonna half that, put it in the middle here, put the second piece of parchment paper on top, and then just roll it out. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take off the top layer of parchment paper, and then we're gonna cut them off into little crackers. We wanna go ahead and remove these edges because we've noticed when we've done it that they tend to burn. So we're just gonna take off that. And I guess we can fast forward this and just. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and transfer the parchment paper to the baking sheet. We're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees and we're gonna cook it for about 20 minutes.
Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. Let's see what they look like. Okay, as you can see, they turned a beautiful brown. So I'm just gonna scoot them right over here to cool on the little baking rack. And that's all there is to it.
So our crackers are done, and like we said before, there are so many different things you can do with them. We put an herbed cream cheese spread on them. So now we're gonna taste them.
You can, before you pop them in the oven, you can always sprinkle any spice that you might. I've used rosemary before, that's delicious. You can also use tarragon. We have a ghost pepper sea salt that we're gonna use next time. And just make it to your taste.
And you can really play with it. It's something that you can kind of be creative with. Like we said before, we're gonna go ahead and put the recipe and the ingredients below. So make sure to like us and subscribe to our channel.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Kristen, and welcome back. Sorry, I was gonna call myself Chris. I was gonna do the same thing. I'm like a parrot.
I am also Chris.
I was gonna say that. Eat my keto crackers. Weird Kristen. Okay.